Happy Memorial Day, mamas. How are y'all? I am so good. I am so refreshed. I am in Atlanta. And we are here because my husband's sister, his baby sister, actually is pregnant with their first son. And they are a beautiful family, and they've walked through some challenging times when it comes to childbirth and fertility and growing their family. But I will tell you that God is faithful in providing so much more than we are even able to comprehend. And everything that they've walked through as a family, the hardships and the challenges, I tell you, God has been able to make up the difference, and I've seen it this weekend. And so it's been a blessing to be a part of the baby shower experience and the anticipation of baby AJ coming this July. But that's why we're here. We're here in Atlanta, and spent some time in Birmingham with them. But just enjoying family and having a good old time, barbecuing and taking, impromptu naps, which is why I'm incredibly wrinkled right now. So don't judge this, mama, okay? Just like I don't judge you. But anyways, I'm coming to you to talk a little bit about what I promised you I would share last week, which was the third part of my Mommahood series, which is how I fight my mama battles. And this part is specifically about how not to lose yourself in your kids. And I know sometimes when people hear that, immediately they don't quite understand where I'm coming from with that, but I wanted to come on here, record a little something, and instead of taking time to actually write the blog post, I wanted to switch it up a little bit this time and just kind of share where I'm coming from when I say that. And it's basically this: before you were a woman, before you were a mother, before you were a wife, before you were fill in the blank, you were called by God with a specific purpose as the woman who He created you to be. And when we become moms, wives, whatever, fill in the blank, those are incredible, precious opportunities to step into those roles and take on those responsibilities. And we don't take that lightly. We don't take that for granted. However, we cannot negate the woman that God initiated in the beginning and the purpose that's within us, the dreams, the interests, the passions. Those didn't go anywhere when we were blessed with the new title of mother. Those didn't go anywhere when we said I do. They're still buried within our hearts. And so one of my passions for this life is to speak life into people, young people, boys, girls, young men, young women, but today specifically mothers, to ignite or reignite the fire within you when it comes to your dreams. You see, we are individuals, creations that were created in the image of God. And our God, let me tell you, He is incredibly creative. I mean, He framed the world with His words. He thought it and He spoke it, and it came to pass. And He saw those things in His imagination. He saw those things in His spirit. He saw those things before they were actually in front of Him. And so we are created in His image, and therefore we have things on the inside of us that we see in our heart before they even come to pass, that we imagine in our minds, that we see before they even come to pass, because we are dreamers. We've been created in His likeness, in His image. And so when you have specific dreams or goals or passions or interests, those a lot of time those things are connected to your purpose and to your destiny and to your call. And so when we have children of our own, when we become mothers of our households, the queens of these families, that is such a beautiful thing. And it's such an incredible opportunity to raise the next generation. But it's not okay. It's not fair. It's not God's intention for you to bury, those things that are on the inside of you that He put there for a purpose to pour everything else into these little humans, right? Now, it's hard to differentiate between, okay, how do I, put my kids, first and pour everything that I've got into them and give them everything that they need in this season of their lives and do everything that I can for them as the perfect mother, and balance, giving myself, the right to be me, right? I think that's where we struggle. We don't understand. We begin to feel guilty when we take ownership of, wow, like let's focus a little bit on me, right? Like a lot of times we get that mom guilt because, oh, if I'm spending time on myself, then I must be a bad mother because I'm not focusing on my kids. Or if I'm spending time on me, how dare I? Like I'm thinking of myself, I'm not putting my kids first. Well, baby, you've got to think of you, okay? Because when those little monsters are out of the house, okay, it's going to be, you're going to be left with what you did for you, right? Or what you didn't do for you, how you filled yourself up or how you didn't, right? And they're going to be off living their best life and you're going to be there and you're going to have to answer to yourself about what it is that you did for you or what you didn't do, right? And so I'm not saying that we have to take the opportunity to take 3 days out of the week and dedicate that to just me time and forget about the kids, somebody can figure it out. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm definitely saying though, think about how you can fit in your personal passions, your dreams and your goals, and how you can further yourself or give yourself, that outlet, on a weekly basis. If it looks great for you to try and do something on a daily basis, if you got up an hour earlier and you devoted that hour, to your goals or your passions or whatever it is that you are interested in, aside from your roles as a mom, and you want to do that every day, awesome. But by no means am I saying you even have to take some time every single day. But what I am saying is on a weekly basis, think about how you can further yourself intellectually, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, business-wise, professionally. How can you tap into who God is calling you to be as a woman of God, in this season of your life? How can you further yourself? Is there something that you can be reading? Is there something that you can be researching? Is there somewhere you can be volunteering? Is there somebody you can be mentoring? Is there something that you can be tapping into, every week that furthers, that passion or that goal or that dream that you have for yourself on a weekly basis? And when you begin to, put yourself first in that regard, you'll find that your kids are going to notice that. They're going to see that, wow, mom's happy when she's taking this extra cooking class. Wow, mom's happy when she's like writing these, these news articles for her community. Mom's happy when she goes to volunteer at such and such organization. Mom's happy when she's doing that. Like I can see the joy. I can see mom actually like being a better person or being a better her when she's, tapping or walking in her purpose, walking in her dreams. You've got babies that are going to be looking at you as a model and as a testament of what it means to tap into the purpose and the call on your life. And there's no better way to teach that than to actually live that. And so when I say don't get lost in your kids, don't lose yourself in your kids, I'm saying give yourself an opportunity to really be you, right? And be the person and the woman you have been called to be even before you were called to be their mothers. And they're going to be blessed by it. You're going to be blessed by it. Your community around you is going to be blessed by it. And you'll see that there's an opportunity for you to continue to grow and pour into, those who are connected to you. And it turns you into a better mother all around. It turns you into a better mother when you are walking in the purpose and the calling that God has placed on your life. And so, friends, I would encourage you to find that time to think about what it is that you can actually do to find that joy and reignite the flame that's on the inside of your heart. What can you do every day or every week, or even just if you're starting off really small, every month, to not forget about you and the dreams that you have on the inside of you, because they were placed there for a purpose. And your purpose is not just for you. It's connected to so many other people. And the communities and the villages and the generations and the nations that are connected to your yes, it's astounding when we really think about it. And so when we don't say yes and we bury and suppress who God is calling us to be, there are villages, there are communities, there are nations that are affected by that. So make sure that your response to the purpose and the call and the dreams that are on the inside of you, that are tugging at you, that are bubbling up to the surface, that are continually, nagging at your heart, right? Remember that whatever your response is to those dreams, to that purpose, to that calling, whatever your response is, that is a direct effect or influence to the people that are called to you and your yes. So I hope you're encouraged today to start really thinking about how you can tap into who God has called you to be as a mom, as a wife, but first and foremost, as the woman He created you to be in the first place. I love you guys so much. I want to see people dream. I want to see mamas thrive. And I want to see women empower themselves through the word and through sharpening one another in a way that only sharp women can do. And when you begin to sharpen yourself in community, sharpen yourself in self-improvement, sharpen yourself in daily, weekly, monthly, annually progression, then you can sharpen other women and bring them up and empower them. And before you know it, there's a ripple effect. We become a community. We become a race. We become a village, nations, entire, cities, states, countries of women who know their worth, who are confident in who God has created them to be, and who are raising the next generation of young men and women to know the same. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. I love you guys. I'm so glad that I was able to speak with you today for just a short time. But I hope you got something from this. Even if you're not a mama, I hope you were blessed by this if you watched it all the way through. Remember to dream, and remember to lift those who are in your community up by the yes that you have on the inside of you. It only takes one yes, and God will begin to order the rest. I love y'all. I know I said that a million times, but I really do. I love y'all. I hope you guys continue to have a very blessed Memorial Day weekend, and pray for me and my family as we travel back to Austin later this week. And I'll see some of you guys soon, but if I don't see you, know that I am rooting for you, and I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.